7 million.
Hey guys, me host Super Sorrow, thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I got! It's Killer Croc. This is from the DC Multiverse line, and it is Killer Croc from the Arkham game series. I'm really excited to finally have this in hand. It looks absolutely awesome. I picked it up from HMV, and it's an Amazon then. HMV, from Sheffield HMV, and it was $42.99. There's a nice artist rendering on the back there, which looks really awesome from the game and stuff. Got his name on the side of the box. The Arkham logo on the top of the box. Not much more on the bottom of the box. So let's break it open. There's no bio or anything on the box, so there's nothing else really to look at. So we are going to break straight into it, as a little bio is on the card on the inside of this box. So let's have a look. And we don't need to be kind to this box, because we are never going to be putting him back in it. He will firmly be staying on my shelf forever. Okay, he does come with, I love the fact that he's such a big figure, but it comes with the world's smallest stand. It comes with just a regular style McFarlane stand. Surely that won't work for him. But we do have the card piece. So we've got the Arkham card for Killer Croc, which we'll read in a moment. And then we've got the regular DC base, by the looks of it. Yeah. But yeah, it's just got a regular size base. You'd think it'd have to be a bigger base for such a big fig. We have got a load of rope ties holding him in, so let's clip those off. May have to do this from the back, I think. I can get that one. Yeah, I can get that one. And I can get the one on the hand. Oh, is that it? He's a big boy. So you guys know I'm really big into my sort of like monsters and stuff like that, and the DC monsters are definitely no different to the Marvel ones. I do love monsters, so Killer Croc is up there for me, especially the Arkham version, because he's so big and stuff. It was always a favourite of mine. Then you've got like Clayface, Bane, and Man-Bat, and there are a few others that I consider like Arkham's monsters as well. But this version of Killer Croc from Arkham was he's just such an absolute beast because he's that big. Look how big this guy is. Oh, that fist that arm's a little bit looser than I would have liked, but it does stay in place. But yeah, that's nice. Look at that. The weight of it as well. There's some real weight in that plastic. Very top heavy here up here. The weight's all in this top part here. So he's got the a chain around his neck, which is kind of cool. Because obviously there's loads of things you can clip onto that to have him on a chain lead. You can move the head left and right. Not really up and down though. The arms lift out at this side hinge and also rotate. As you can see, they're just rolling around in that joint. Then we've got a single hinged elbow, which bends inwards and clicks into place. And the hands are on so like hinge pivots, would you call them? It's not really a ball joint, I don't think, but it's nice. It works. Ugh. Then he's got the crunch at the abdomen here, so that you can crunch him around there, backwards and forwards a little bit, and more left and right. And then you've got the actual waist swivel as well. He's got a nice rope tie around his belt here, which is actually sculpted on, except this part, which is hanging loose. And there is like a textured feeling to it, which is nice. And we've got the legs lift forwards, as well as backwards, and they open outwards as well, just like McFarlane's normally do. And then there is the double hinge knee. There for the hinge joint there, which is nice. I like that all the joints click as well, so there's like plenty of pressure behind them. So he's not going to go too loose too fast and then be too heavy and fall over. Because he is a big boy fig, he's huge. The feet as well, what we got there? Rotations and also the little toe articulation, which is great on a big figure like this that's heavy, because you can help balance the foot out a lot more with that, with the feet being able to flip forward and stuff. There's plenty of poses you can get this guy in. But yeah, he's an absolute tank. Just trying to get him in a neutral pose to see if I can get him to stand on his own. Yeah. Raw. Right guys, let's head on down to the desk cam where you guys can get an up-close personal look at Killer Croc. Let's do that. This Killer Croc is an absolute unit, and to get him to be sort of like be at full length in my display shot, I'd have to push my display out like that and keep my camera at this length. Otherwise, I'd never see. Well, you'd never see him properly. But yeah, there he is in his entirety, all stood tall. He's a big boy. We'll have to do some comparisons in a minute. But he does come with his card and his base. I'm not sure what use that base is going to be. Look at the size of that. I think that's going to hold him up. But he does have a display peg hole on the bottom of his feet, should you wish to use it. But as you can see, one stud, he's actually pretty firm standing. He doesn't really wobble or anything. We do have the card here, which if we turn it over, we can have a little look at the bio. Born with a rare mutation that made his skin green and scaly and grew his body to grotesque proportions, Waylon Jones was raised by an abusive aunt and bullied relentlessly for his appearance. He briefly worked as a carnival freak under the name Killer Croc, but his misanthropy grew, as did his bestial nature, pushing him to a life of crime. As his physical condition and mental state deteriorates, Killer Croc becomes a more bestial foe, increasingly detached from humanity. Really cool. There's a nice arty shot that as well. So I'll put the card with all the other cards because my good friend Mick is collecting those cards. So I give him my cards because I'm not bothered for the cards, but he likes to keep them and stuff. So Mick, that's another card for your collection there, buddy. But how cool is this fig, man? He is so big. He's an absolute beast. Let's do some size comparisons just to show you how big this guy is. So I've set him a little bit further back in the display, and just for fun on this one, we've got the DC's smallest figure, I think, so far, which is Penguin. He's a relatively small figure. There he is at the side of a Batman figure. I know this isn't the Arkham Batman, but it's the go-to Batman that I use in my McFarlane collection. If I can just get him to stand, that'd be awesome. Thank you, Bats. Come on, Bats. There we go. So there he is at the side of Bats. And even Scarecrow, who's quite tall, doesn't quite make it to the size of Killer Croc. As I say, this guy is an absolute weapon. He's an absolute unit. Look at the size of him. He's a beast among men. So pulling those back out, I do have a couple of other figures to compare him to. So here is something a little bit more familiar maybe for some people. This is the Marvel Legends Hulk, the 80th anniversary version. So about the size of a Marvel Bath figure, if not a little bit bigger than some Marvel Baths. And still nowhere near Killer Croc's size. Got the width, but not the height. And this is an oldie but goodie, which I'm going to put with him now as well. Let's go for something a little bit more DC friendly, but also tall and large. And we have the giant Swamp Thing. Still my favourite go-to Swamp Thing figure that I own. I know he got a couple of re-releases during the line, but this is still my go-to Swamp Thing. And he's a big boy. So he's about the same height almost, but doesn't have that ripped physique that we do see here on Killer Croc. So plenty of figures to show you there. None of them live up to the size of the Croc. God knows what's going to happen when we introduce Man-Bat, because I think Man-Bat is even bigger. He's an even bigger weapon. So, excited to see Man-Bat and Killer Croc on the same screen in the next video. Oh yes, you heard me right. Man-Bat's coming next, guys. So stay tuned. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this figure, guys? Let us know in the comments down below. Is it one you're going to pick up for your collection? I'd love to hear your thoughts and stuff on that, so let us know in the comments below. And guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video today, then please make sure you smash that subscribe button. It would really help us, support us, and help me to keep making awesome videos like this. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, may the Force be with you. Bye!